what a mouth-watering prospect it is. One man we know all about, one man we don't know much about at all. Francisco Bustamante, a beaten finalist 3 years ago in the World Championship, highly respected, one of the most exciting players you'll see anywhere in the world. Had a bit of an up and down roller coaster ride through his 7 group matches, but saved his best till last, didn't he, Jerry? But this fella, well, we didn't know much about this qualifier from Chinese Taipei before we started, but I remember you saying, Jerry, the moment you saw him play, you thought, he's got a game.
Well, you know, he's a true neophyte in the professional ranks, but he certainly doesn't have any fear of the big guns. He's picked one of the biggest guns in the world here with Francisco Bustamante. Bustamante has come so close in the past. He's come in second here once. He's made it to the semifinals once. He's just never taken the top prize. Maybe this will be his year.
It would be a very popular win if he could pull it off, because there aren't many nicer guys in the world of pool, or indeed in the world of sport. And his career highlights, he's won everything except this tournament. And it would mean so much to him if he could do it. Up and down, as you can see previously in his group matches. 3 losses in his first 5 matches meant he was facing elimination, but then he came back and won very handily in his last 2 matches. So he's here, and this fella's definitely here.
You know, he's only 20 years old, so he's going to have the sharp arm, the sharp eyes. He was the '03 World Junior Champion, 2nd place finisher. Defeated Earl Strickland already this week, as well as Eric Horlefson and Oliver Ortman.
Yeah.
He's running through the big names.
Well, that was the match that we saw, wasn't it? The Oliver Ortman match. And yes, he had a little bit of luck in that match, but I think you and I called that one, Jerry. And to beat Oliver 5-1 is no mean achievement.
Well, it takes a little luck. Bustamante breaking off from the dependable side of the table. If things go as planned, the 5 ball will disappear into the corner pocket. Well, things don't go as planned, and Bustamante suffers a dry break.
That's not the start he was looking for.
Now you can see some balls tease the pockets, but nothing managed to fall in, and I believe the 1 ball clears the 5 into the corner.
So a great opportunity for Chang to step up here and show what he can do.
Well, he's got to slide around that 6 ball. He'll have to spin the cue ball ever so slightly. Just a little bit of masse. Tough shot to ask of someone to start a match with. Not tough enough for this ball, though. Look at this.
No, has he pushed it too far, though?
No.
He can see it?
Yes, I believe he can.
Yep, you're right, Jerry. Well, a tough shot to open up with.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Back and forth across the table. He'll put the 3 ball in the same pocket. If he doesn't scratch in the side, wow.
He's tiptoeing in some thin ice, isn't he,
at
the start of this match?
He's showing no fear at all, no intimidation of the cameras.
Well, if you were watching this and you'd never heard of him and you thought Jerry and I were just talking him up, well, I think he's already answered 1 or 2 questions. And he's answered one of your questions, Jerry. How would he look on the big stage? Would he freeze? Well, not in this first rack.
Not at all. He's really strutting his stuff here. He has a friendly layout from here. Hard work is done. Boy, he does have a nice solid stroke. He has fallen a bit short of the position he wished. The cue ball is going to be moving straight toward the 7. but he can use the right-hand side of the pocket and just roll up fine.
Taking his time, not rushing his work around the table.
No, but a nice uniform pace throughout the rack, so he has his own rhythm.
That's an often overlooked element of this game, isn't it, Jerry? Play to your rhythm, whether that's fast like a Luke Salvas or a slow like a Dan Basovic. Do your thing. Don't be dictated to. And that's certainly what he did there.
For our viewers who've been watching all week now, the length of the race has doubled with the start of today's matches. No more races to 5. We're going to 10 games now. Total review of that rack.
Players always say they prefer the longer races, don't they? Because they believe that the better player will prevail at the top. 5, they say, is a bit of a lottery.
If the players had their way, we'd be racing to 25.
Well, he's on the board first. All Francisco did wrong was fail to put a ball down. And the first rack has gone, and it'll be Chang coming up next. They were queuing as we arrived, weren't they, Jerry?
Yes. A lot of players getting here early enough to try and get in stroke. The practice tables were very busy.
Rack 2, Chang to break, leading 1 rack to 0.
Well, let's see if Chang can avoid the dry break. This table seems to break in runs, doesn't it? Everybody gets on, and then when it gets dry, everybody struggles.